It's the final hour of LLate with LLate Afternoons. Overnight, the House of Representatives passed the $1,400 third stimulus check bill. But is Vice President Kamala Harris ready to overrule the parliamentarian Elizabeth McDew? And does Ron Wyden, Senator, have a backup plan? And is his biggest ally suddenly Josh Hawley? And if the Senate overrules the parliamentarian, then what does the Senate bill do next? And is this what the President of the United States wanted or not? Get ready for the tail end of Afternoons LLate.
Headquarters in Santa Monica. This is Afternoons LA.
And we're back. The President of the United States had not asked for what has happened. And the question is whether he's going to ask his vice president to do what is now being talked about over this weekend. Will the vice president, Kamala Harris, do exactly what the president said he did not want to have done? Boy, it just, we're sort of guessing why people are just not doing what they said they would do. Good afternoon. This is LLA. How are you? How are you? We've made it through the day. The first time we've done the full lineup of LLA Live. I've been loving the comments throughout the day. You've just been absolutely rocking it. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Come on already. This is the place to be. We've been trending online, ranking #1, killing the UFO stimulus channels. UFO got my stimulus. It's, even they're talking about us at the casino. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. And you want to become a member. In the recording, I have one recording after this, which is Purple Afternoons. Boy, I'm excited. In that Purple video, I'm going to be very interactive with you because I'm going to ask you a couple questions and see your input across the board. There's Abby. How are you? There's Roy Rogers. Hello, Roy. Love this, says Deanne. Hey, Crayola. Do you have any new colors to choose from, says Dennis. Crayola King, hey, says, hey, Allight. And there's Alicia. What's going on, Christine? Hey, Jacqueline. Need to travel to Twitter, says Danielle. I believe Vice President Harris, says Beverly. Well, it's not a question of who to believe. The President of the United States said he was not asking, he could not have her do this. But the reports overnight says that maybe she will do it. What is it? I'm going to get to it right now. On Friday, your $1,400 third stimulus check bill passed the House. Congratulations, we passed. Let's dancing pear. No, sour pear. It has in there a $15 minimum wage, which is already ruled illegal by the parliamentarian on Thursday. Nancy, what'd you do? Nancy, what'd you do? You're supposed to take it out. We were told Nancy Pelosi was taking that out of the third stimulus package bill so that the bill, when it's voted upon on Friday, would be ready to go and be passed in the Senate. We were told the bill would land in the Senate, it would be finished, there would be no fixing the bill, no amendments to the bill, we would be done, and then it would be called for a vote. She left it in there. She left it in there. On purpose? Oh yeah, it is on purpose. That's without a question. She left it on there on purpose. Why? Because progressives of the Democratic wing are planning 3 possible modes of attack next week. None of which the president has asked for. All of which the president has asked not to do. It feels like McConnell versus Trump 2021. Suddenly, legislators are doing exactly what the president is not asking to have done. The president said, if the parliamentarian says no, don't worry. We will do a standalone bill, move on. Move on, send the bill out. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. So what are they doing? In this recording, I'll explain all 3 of the items. First, one of the ideas is to have VP Harris overrule the parliamentarian. Now, that's just her saying something. That doesn't do anything. Then they have to call for a vote after the overruling. They got to get all the Democrats to vote yes. They're not going to get it. Bernie Sanders already knows this. He talked about it all last week. We need 50 Democratic senators to vote in favor. I'm trying to muster them up. Well, there's no mustering them up. There's no ketchup in them up. There's no relish. There's no mustard. There's no mustering. There's no Grey Pouponish on them up. You're not going to get 50 to overrule the parliamentarian. Why? Well, we know at least 2 that's going to say no, and I guarantee you there's going to be more. Manchin and Sinema said it doesn't belong in there. It's not lawful. So why? So that plan is not working. That plan doesn't work. Overruling the parliamentarian, that's a plan that doesn't work. Okay, we got that out of the way. What's the next plan? Rod, where are you? I know there's a Rod in the room, but not that Rod. There's a Rod who's tuned in as one of the viewers. Not that Rod. It's this Rod. The Ron that was supposed to give you $600 of FPUC, falling like a lawn chair. He has a plan. Oh, Ron, what's your plan? What's your plan? His plan is we couldn't get in the front door or the back door, so we're going to go through the window, Ron Wyden said. While conversations are continuing, I believe this plan B is our path to move forward and get this done through the reconciliation process. What conversations are ongoing? We already knew about this last year. What do you mean conversations are ongoing? We already knew it was illegal, the minimum wage. Why hold up your $14 third stimulus check for a few more days? Not weeks, days. You're going to get it. $14 for children, $14 for adults, $14 for adult dependents. Not taking out for debt collection, not taking out for tax taxes. You're going to get it. $75,000 or less, you get it. But why hold it up about something you knew was going to happen and has now happened? Stubborn? Oh yeah, very stubborn. Very stubborn. Ron, you were told this was not going to work. Well, we have a plan B and we're starting the conversations. It's a little late. Bernie Sanders, he's been talking about this ad nauseum. What's his plan A? Because that was plan B from Ron. What's plan A? In the coming days, I will be working with my colleagues in the Senate to move forward with an amendment to tax deductions, to take tax deductions away from large corporations that don't pay workers at least $15 an hour. Let's pause for a second right there. He wants to punish the businesses. The president has rallied behind the bill. Logical? No. Let's continue. And then I want to provide small businesses with the incentives they need to raise wages. Excuse me? Business grant? You raise wages? What incentives? It's a little vague. Incentives. Is that like, the incentive is we won't, tax you if you do good? Or is this like, I'll give you money? Which incentives? You see how we deal on this channel. We don't play games with words. If I see a word and I don't know what it means, I tell you I don't know what it means. I don't know what he means when he says incentives. It sounds like punishment. It sounds like punishment. That's his statement last night and his statement and Ron Wyden's statement this morning. And then I can't say with a straight face. Bernie Sanders has an ally with this. Who's the ally? Casper the Friendly Ghost? Yeah, probably. Because this is all out of reality. Josh Hawley. Trying to get some good PR from him. I guess he sort of needs it. Josh Hawley says he'll support it, but he's not going to burden big business. That sort of doesn't help Bernie's campaign. So VP Harris could be setting up to overrule the parliamentarian next week. Well, I don't think that's what the president asked for. In fact, the president asked against that. So is the VP going to do that? My prediction? No. I don't think she's going to do that. I think the president's made very clear, don't play around with this. Pelosi says that she believes the House will absolutely pass the relief bill if it comes back to the Senate, from the Senate. Wait a second. Why is it coming back from the Senate? because if Ron Wyden tries to change the bill and the bill gets passed change, it goes back to the House. My prediction, it will have to go back to the House. Why? Because it has $15 minimum wage. It will not be able to pass currently in the Senate. Reality check. Nancy should have taken out the $50 minimum wage before it landed in the Senate. Now you have a document in the Senate that cannot pass. They have to take out the $50 minimum wage. They can take it out, and then they'll have 3 extra pages in there. So there's 3 extra pages in there. Danielle, you know what she should do? We should take out those 3 pages and put FPC retro in there. Because you got extra pages, missing pages. Put FPC retro in there. No one will notice. Just slide it in there. And we can slide in SSI and SSDI for $200 a month. Just slide it in there because we got those missing pages where you take the $50 minimum wage out. If we're amending the bill next week, why don't we amend it for the way Purple Power wants it? Purple Power, do your push. If we're amending the bill next week, then amend it the way it needs to be amended. You get, you know, these people seem to sort of get on a path suddenly, and then they seem to forget the other path. Remember, these progressives are the people that were going to give you $2,000 every month for 6 months. This is the same group that now is fighting for $15 minimum wage. Now they don't want to give you stimulus checks right away. Now they want to fight for minimum wage, which of course is not this year. Confusing, strange, contradictory, yes, and all that above. It's one of those days. They're stupid, says Sandy. I like that. It just sort of blunted the point. 6 months ago, Nancy wanted to wait until March. Danielle, love you, highlight. Love you back, Danielle. Hi, Crystal. It's just all over the place. I got exclusive new color for LA, blue crayon. Yeah, there's a lot of blue in the set. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Nancy needs prune juice. Oh my goodness. LA, you are in here. Big hugs. Any UFOs? I don't see any UFOs yet. I do see Casper. He says hi. Roy, you're a pal, said someone else. Denise, delay, bacon. Even the bacon doesn't help. Joe Manchin on Friday said Friday he would oppose any more pestering. Joe Manchin, I don't know. I just get this sense, my prediction is Joe Manchin may be our ally. Why? Because he's the one who wants this minimum wage out, and he wants just stuff done. Chuck Schumer worked 48 hours a day, so his press secretary said, to get Joe Manchin to agree to a $14 stimulus check. It was a reach. They couldn't get him to agree to it. He agreed to that. Now they're pestering him about $15 minimum wage. Guess what? I don't think 2 people of the Democratic leadership in the Senate are going to oppose it. I think 5 or 6. I think this is just a little wacko-ness. Of course, Mitt Romney, Republicans are introducing stuff about $11 minimum wage. But what's going to happen next week? The Democrats acknowledge they will likely need to ditch the push in order to pass the bill. One idea is to add language that would penalize large corporations that fail to pay workers at $15 an hour. That's political language. Notice the word penalize. Did you notice that word? Penalize? That's how I interpret it. Penalize. I'm glad they use that word, because that's exactly what Bernie Sanders is doing. He's penalizing the businesses that need to hire you right now in the middle of the pandemic. Meantime, we will find a solution that's consistent with the Senate rules, and we'll do it soon. Drop in the comments if you think you know who said that. I'm looking at the comments right now. Who do you think said this quote on Friday night? Friday night. We will seek a solution consistent with the Senate rules, and we will do so soon. Who do you think said that? Let me see the comments. Who do you think said that? Crystal said Sandy. No, Sandy didn't say that. I know the comments are delayed a little bit. Maybe Nancy needs to get it. Nancy, says Danielle. Nancy. Of course it was Nancy. Yes, of course it was Nancy. We'll see it soon. I mean, come on, Nancy. This has been an issue for a while. So what's going to happen next week? A lot of details. More coming up, and shortly at the bottom of the, in about right after this commercial break, I think we have a path, and I think I know what Purple Power is going to do. Stay with LA for more.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Late Daily for the excitement of the new LA Late live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
From LA Late headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LA Late.
And we're back. You know, we wonder what could happen on Monday. We didn't see this happening the way we anticipated on Friday. We didn't think we were going to go in the weekend seeing what we're seeing right now. But there's going to be a point at which Joe Biden has to step in. I mean, he just really has to step in. It's confusing, and it just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Let me explain what's going on. If you're just joining me in the midday of LA, this is Afternoons LA. We've been live on air since 9 a.m. 9 a.m. 6 hours of live programming. There's 536 people in the room and 214 likes, and there's Mad Bad, and there's Selva, and there's Ann, and there's Danielle, and there's Sandy, and there's Crayola, and Alicia. Hey, what's going on? Get that like button up. 215 likes in the room, and 536 people in the room, 216 likes. Get those likes up. Hey, Jacob, what's going on? And there's Roy Rogers. You know, the path to get this bill done is in front of them, and they keep on playing games. And you know why they're playing games. It's very obvious why they're playing games. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true. They're playing games because they know, who is they, progressive wing of the Democrat Party, knows that the $15 minimum wage would never pass as a bill. They can't get enough votes. There's not enough Democrats in the Senate. There's a 50-50 split in the Senate. They don't even have 50 Democrats to support it. They have maybe 46 on a good day, you know, maybe 47. And they need more than 50 votes on a normal bill. They need Republican votes in favor of it. They're not going to get a Republican vote in favor of it. So they're not going to get $15 minimum wage. If they wanted $11 minimum wage, maybe they would get that. But they don't want to even do that. Now let's make something very clear. I said it earlier today, you know, in the 6 hours of programming. I said it earlier today. If you have such a cow about minimum wage this moment, in February or March 2021, go to your city and county and pass a minimum wage hike. It doesn't take 7 months. Here in California, it went to the ballot measure. It takes a few months to go to a ballot measure. California raised the minimum wage. California's minimum wage has been risen, and it's going to rise under the statute more over the next few years. Santa Monica, California has higher minimum wage for hospitality. They do it by city council. These things can be done very quickly. And so if you want things done very quickly, you can do it on a city and state level. If Bernie wants it for Vermont, you can do it right away. But holding up people's stimulus relief because of this, no bueno. That's exactly what the president said, don't do. And so The reconciliation process cannot have minimum wage in there. The parliamentarian has ruled. VP Harris overruling it. I don't see it happening. The president said he doesn't want it to happen. Is she going to do it against his wishes? Of course not. Of course not. She's not going to do it against his wishes. So what are the options? Ron Wyden wants to punish corporate America. Bernie wants to punish corporate America. Okay, just try it. Try it and watch it die Monday afternoon. And then we can just go on our way. Can you just try it Monday afternoon, morning, and just call for a vote and watch how many people support it? One. And then we take out the minimum wage, send it back to Nancy, and done. Well, actually, take out the minimum wage, call for a Senate vote, approved. It would be approved. It would be approved by the end of Monday. Take out the minimum wage. It would be approved and call for a vote. It would be done by the end of Monday, and then send it back to the House, and we're done. Take this video, tag Chuck, tag Leader Schumer, because Chuck has been relatively sensible in the last few weeks. The majority leader has been relatively sensible and has been working really hard to get things done. And I think that Bernie and the other progressives have been working counterintuitively. The Schumer wants this bill to be passed. Get it passed the way it gets passed. It will not pass with the $15 minimum wage in there. We could have this bill law really quickly at the early part of this week, and stimulus checks could go up by the end of the week. Don't go off the tracks for minimum wage. The minimum wage should be raised at state level and city level. This is not the time and place to hold it up. Even the president said, I'll do it as a standalone bill. The president said, I'll do it separately. The president said, don't do this. Well, people need to start deferring to his instructions. His instructions are correct. They're delaying too much, Shiselva. Makes me sick in the head. She's sick in the head. Yeah, I'm not going to say who that is. I see some comments in the chat. Biden hasn't been listening. It's actually the reverse. They're not listening to the president. They're not listening to Biden. And they're trying to push an agenda that is different than his. The question is, what's Leader Schumer doing? Leader Schumer should really understand that the promises of the president was to get this done without the $15 minimum wage, get it done. And then you would get the remainder of the provisions. What are those remaining provisions in the third stimulus package? Let's go over them right now. $1,700 for a college student plus $1,400 stimulus check. $5,000 EIDL grant if you're Schedule C, impacted by the pandemic, less than 10 employees, 50% reduction of business because of the pandemic. Money for rent, utilities, food, mortgage assistance, even if you have a private mortgage, so long as you are behind on your bills. Then there's money for money for children, $3,600 for children 5 to newborn, payable $300 a month starting in the month of July, $3,000 for children starting from 17 to 6, starting in the month of July, $250 a month. And then there's a lot of other business relief. There's, as Janet Yellen wants, there's business relief for EIDL plus PPP, plus allegedly, according to the president's statement on Friday, there is business relief, there's business grants to start a new business. Innovation. Hey, it'd be innovative if Bernie would just sort of stop festering. Can we give innovations to have Bernie stop festering? Then the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's worried about unemployment numbers. I am too. FPUC, PUA, and UI and PEUC will be extended from March to August. $400 of FPUC until the end of August. Ron Wyden said he would hold up the bill if it didn't have $600. He's now not doing that. And a lot of other stuff which I've been detailing throughout the day. What do you think? I don't think we're going to get to too many people getting their tax refunds, says Melissa. This is taking way too long, says Diane. Nancy thinks she runs the whole show, says Jerry. Are they planning another 2020 or what, LLA? Yolanda. That's a great question, Yolanda. So Yolanda says it just sort of smells like they're setting themselves up for problems. LA, tell them to push the tweeting. It's been too slow. Danielle, yes. I think the messaging. We've been talking about messaging for tweeting and social and pushing social advocacy on this channel throughout the today. There are two messaging. One was adding new legislation like SSI. We detailed on that standalone show on the midday show, where I think you should really just call the offices. I talked about calling Jeffries and Aguilar, contacting the people that are appearing at a caucus next week. That's for adding legislation. For fixing this legislation or pushing this legislation, certainly reach out to Ron Wyden. If he's amending stuff, why not amend the FPUC? If he's amending stuff, why not amend the FPUC? But I think the message to Schumer's office, which you should call as well, is don't hold up my stimulus check because of minimum wage. The president said he wouldn't do that, said not to do that. Don't hold up my stimulus check, and you know what I mean. I want to say that very calmly. Your check is not going to be held up for months or weeks. I mean a few days or a few hours. But, even that, don't hold it up because of minimum wage. The president said, we will take care of this as a standalone bill. We'll take care of it at another time. You know what anyone who would be really sort of I'm trying to use the correct word without cursing, a tough person would do is they would reach out to the people who wrote that business letter, those CEOs, on Friday and Thursday, saying to urge to pass the stimulus package and say, what is your comment about Bernie Sanders wanting to penalize you now? The people who tried to pass the bill are now being penalized. Oh boy, that's biting the hand that feeds you. I got to tell you something. Here's my opinion. It's a strong opinion. President Biden was put in from those people and now has those people support to pass the package. And now a ancillary person, Bernie Sanders, wants to punish those people's businesses. You better, if the hand that feeds you, you better not bite the hand that feeds you. The president better step in and say, no, you are not going to punish corporate America, which I have brought in to support this bill. You're not going to punish them to get your agenda out, Bernie. We're going to pass this bill and we're going to take the $15 minimum wage out. So you need to tweet social media. You need to go on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, contact Schumer's office, contact the VP's office and say, don't do the reconciliation, don't do the overruling. Contact the VP's office, say, don't do it. Don't do it. And I got to tell you, if she doesn't do it, I don't think Bernie's thing's going to pass. And I just hope that Schumer just doesn't sit around mulling this very long. You heard Nancy's comments. She's just like, well, we're getting too it shortly. Well, think about it. We're almost there. Oh, goodness, Nancy, please no. Stop with the almost there. We are there. I'm here, you're there. And where are you? Oh, there you are. Warnock got in some trouble. Got my rent paid by in Ohio through May. Oh, congratulations, Ashley. We got to stand up for this. We've been fighting too long, says Bonnie. Absolutely. Tough call for small cafes in Vermont. Warnock won Georgia because of stimulus. Very well said. I mean, that's a great comment, said Slack just now. A lot of details. I'm back with you with one more show on Afternoons LA. That's Purple. We're going to have some fun interactivity on that as well. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Like this video. I'm so excited for you. One more show. And if you missed any of these shows, they will be all archived on the channel. Stay with me. About 3 minutes after this is the next show, the end of LA's Afternoons on Purple. Stay with LA for more.